The 1967 Washington quarter-dollar coin is part of the regular series of U.S. quarters minted from 1932 to present. While most 1967 Washington quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents, some factors can contribute to certain coins being more valuable. Let's dive into the details of what could make a 1967 quarter rare, how much it could be worth, and the factors that influence its value. General value of a 1967 Washington quarter. Most 1967 quarters are worth just their face value, 25 cents. These coins were part of the regular U.S. minting process and were mass-produced. In most cases, coins like these are only worth their face value unless they meet certain specific conditions, like being in uncirculated or proof condition, or having some unusual minting error. Factors that can affect the value of a 1967 quarter. Condition/grade. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors that determine its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect and 1 being very poor. A quarter in pristine condition or one that has been well preserved might fetch a higher price than one that shows heavy wear. Uncirculated or mint state quarters. If a 1967 Washington quarter is in uncirculated condition, meaning it has not been used in circulation, its value will be higher. The value for a mint state 1967 quarter can range from around $1 to $5, depending on the specific grade. Proof coins. In addition to regular circulation strikes, the U.S. Mint also produces proof coins, which are specially made with a higher quality finish for collectors. Proof coins are often issued in limited numbers. Although the 1967 quarter was primarily minted for circulation, some proof sets from that year might contain this coin. Proof coins in excellent condition could be worth more than regular coins. Minting errors. Occasionally, coins are struck with errors during the minting process. These errors can significantly increase a coin's value, especially if the error is rare or unusual. For example, off-center strikes. A quarter that was struck off-center could be more valuable. Double strikes. This occurs when a coin is struck more than once, leading to a faint or overlapping design. Wrong planchets. A 1967 quarter struck on a different type of metal or planchet, e.g., a nickel or a copper cent planchet, can make it very rare and potentially valuable. However, it's important to note that 1967 quarters are generally not known for a high number of minting errors compared to other years, so the occurrence of these errors would be very rare. Silver composition. While the 1967 Washington quarters were still made primarily from a copper-nickel clad composition, it's important to note that the quarters made before 1965 were composed of 90% silver. These earlier quarters are much more valuable due to their silver content. The 1967 quarter, like others from the late 1960s, contains only a small amount of silver, about 40%, as part of its copper-nickel composition. Therefore, the silver content is not a big factor in determining value for the 1967 Washington quarter, but for collectors looking to invest in silver, it still has some value based on its metal content. Estimated values of 1967 Washington quarters. The typical 1967 Washington quarter, in circulated condition, has little to no premium over its face value. However, coins in excellent condition or with certain rare features may fetch higher prices. Circulated 1967 quarters, 25 cents, face value, to 50 cents, in some cases, in average condition. Uncirculated or mint state 1967 quarters, these coins can range from about $1 to $5 depending on their grade. Proof coins. If the coin is a proof coin, it could be valued at $5 to $10, depending on its condition and rarity. Error coins. If a 1967 Washington quarter has a noticeable minting error, the value could increase significantly. Some error coins can be valued at tens or even hundreds of dollars, depending on the rarity of the error. Rare 1967 quarters. While the 1967 Washington quarter is not typically considered rare, there are certain factors that can make a particular coin more valuable or sought after by collectors. These include specific mint errors or variations. 1. Off-center strikes. If the coin has been struck off-center, it could be worth more. Off-center coins are often highly prized by collectors due to their unusual appearance, and they typically command higher prices in the market. Double strikes. Double strikes can cause part of the coin to appear with a double image. This is another error that collectors seek out, and depending on how pronounced the double strike is, it could be worth hundreds of dollars. 3. Wrong planchet errors. As mentioned earlier, if the 1967 quarter was mistakenly struck on a planchet meant for a different coin, such as a dime or a nickel, it could be worth significantly more due to the rarity of the error. These types of mistakes can make the coin highly collectible. 4. Proof sets. Some collectors may be interested in proof sets that include the 1967 quarter. Proof sets, especially those in pristine condition, can carry a premium price due to their limited production and high-quality finish. The 1967 proof set, which would include the quarter, might sell for a few times its face value. Conclusion. In summary, most 1967 Washington quarters are not particularly rare or valuable and are generally worth face value or a modest amount more, depending on their condition. However, some of these coins might be worth more if they are in excellent, uncirculated condition, or if they possess a rare minting error. Proof coins and coins with unique errors like off-center strikes or double strikes could also see an increase in value. For a standard 1967 Washington quarter, the general value remains fairly low, but as with all coins, their worth depends on factors like rarity, condition, and demand among collectors. If you have a 1967 quarter and are wondering if it could be worth more, it is advisable to have it professionally graded by a coin certification service, especially if you believe it may contain a minting error or has been well preserved in pristine condition. The standard 1969 Washington quarter is a copper-nickel coin minted at one of the 3 U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. Most of the 1969 quarters were produced with a high mintage, and as a result, they don't carry any significant premium in average circulated condition. You can usually find them for around 25 cents, though their value may fluctuate slightly depending on the collector's market. A 1969 quarter in average circulated condition, graded between AG 3 and VF 20, will typically be worth no more than a few dollars. Rare and valuable 1969 Washington quarters. However, there are certain types of 1969 Washington quarters that are rare and could fetch a much higher price. These coins include error varieties, uncirculated specimens, and those with certain mint marks. Let's break down the different factors that could make a 1969 quarter rare. 1. 1969 D quarter. One of the more common varieties of the 1969 quarter is the one minted in Denver, identified by the D mint mark. The 1969 D quarters are not particularly rare on their own, but they can be valuable in certain conditions. A well-preserved or uncirculated 1969 D quarter might fetch around $5 to $10 depending on the condition. However, it's important to note that this is still a relatively common variety. 2. 1969 S quarter, proof coins. Another more valuable 1969 quarter is the one minted in San Francisco, identified by the S mint mark. The 1969 S proof quarter is part of a special proof set, which was produced for collectors rather than for general circulation. Proof coins are made with extra care and are polished, which gives them a mirrored finish. As a result, a 1969 S proof quarter is generally worth more, with prices ranging from $5 to $10, depending on its grade and whether it's part of a complete proof set. 3. 1969 quarter with errors. Some of the rarest and most valuable 1969 quarters are those with minting errors. These errors can occur during the minting process, and collectors are often willing to pay a premium for coins that show distinctive mistakes. A few examples of errors that could make a 1969 quarter more valuable include double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the die that strikes the coin is misaligned, resulting in doubled lettering or images on the coin's obverse, front, side. The most valuable 1969 Washington quarters with this error can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the severity and clarity of the doubling. Off-center errors. An off-center error happens when a coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, causing part of the design to be missing or partially struck. Off-center coins can range in value depending on the degree of misalignment, but some can be worth hundreds of dollars. Die cracks or breaks. These types of errors occur when the die used to mint the coin becomes damaged. A die crack can appear on the coin's design, and some collectors consider these errors to be 1969 quarter in high grades. Like most coins, the condition of the 1969 quarter plays a significant role in its value. Coins in high grades, especially those that are uncirculated, can be worth much more than those in poor or average condition. A 1969 quarter in MS 65 or higher, mint state 65 or above, could be worth between $10 to $50 or more, depending on the market and the specific coin's characteristics. How to determine the value of your 1969 Washington quarter. If you think you may have a rare 1969 quarter, there are a few things you can do to determine its value. Inspect the coin's condition. The first step is to evaluate the condition of your coin. Coins that are in mint or uncirculated condition generally fetch higher prices than those that are worn and circulated. Check for signs of wear or scratches, which could decrease its value. Look for mint marks. Examine the coin to determine where it was minted. The D mint mark indicates a Denver minting, while the S mint mark indicates San Francisco. Coins with S mint marks, especially proof coins, are often worth more. Check for errors. Look for any signs of error. Double-check the obverse for doubling in the lettering or images. You can also examine the coin for any off-center issues, die cracks, or breaks. If you find any of these errors, you may have a rare coin on your hands. Get the coin appraised. If you're unsure about the value of your 1969 Washington quarter, consider taking it to a professional coin dealer or a certified numismatist for evaluation. They can provide a more accurate appraisal based on the coin's condition, rarity, and market demand. Conclusion. The 1969 Washington quarter is a coin with varying degrees of value depending on its condition, mint mark, and any potential errors. While most 1969 quarters are worth face value or a few dollars, there are exceptions, especially when it comes to rare minting errors, high-grade specimens, and proof coins. If you're lucky enough to find a rare variety of this coin, it could be worth much more than just a quarter.